My name is Teri Fedler, and I started coming to the Institute several years ago when I was at a point in my life where, after going to many medical doctors without any diagnosis, without any treatments, or basically no hope, I ended up here through my husband, who heard Dr. Nemec on the radio, and he strongly felt that I should come here. I reluctantly came here because I'd been to many doctors who didn't know really what was going wrong with me. I, throughout about 3 decades of my life, kept saying something's wrong with me and I'm getting worse and I'm getting worse. And finally I got to a point where I had severe fibromyalgia is what they call it, chronic fatigue, asthma, bronchitis, pain from head to toe. I had severe neck pain, spine problems constantly throughout my life, and lower back pain, sciatica. Ended up with a back surgery with fusion because of herniated discs. This is all before I came here. Ended up with another back surgery several months later because one of the screws that they put into the vertebrae for the fusion was poking through into the sciatic nerve. So the surgery to remove all the hardware after the bone or the fusion had hardened. I was having lots of pain and problems with my muscles. I couldn't even squat down and pick something up and stand back up. My muscles would burn. I was so exhausted. I was so tired. Headaches all the time. Pinched nerve behind my eyes. Then I had a lot of bloating. I had many things. Head to toe, overall body. Oh, and I had a large lump on my breast that was very painful. To my reluctance, I had a mammogram done. They called me back to have another one done. They said they see something and they want me to go back in and have another one done, and I said absolutely not. I'll never do a mammogram again. I didn't want to do it in the first place. And then when they said they suspect something and wanted me to go back, I said no, because if it is cancer, I'm not doing chemo or radiation anyway. I already knew that in my heart. That would never be. So I had multiple things happening all at once, and I could barely walk. I was at a point where walking was painful. I had a very hard time. My husband and I went for a walk. I used to walk a lot to help relieve the pain. Now it's getting to the point where I couldn't walk because my muscles were giving me so much trouble, and structure was giving me so much trouble. And we walked a block, and every muscle in my back and hips and legs seized up. I could not walk back. I could barely walk back. I had to do teeny baby steps to get back. And so then when I came here, right away, I knew in my heart that I was supposed to do this. As I was detoxing, of course, I went from being very sick and very weak and very exhausted to sicker and weaker and more exhausted as my body was trying to detox, and had a very hard time with working through all the mental emotional issues and getting my body nourished. Not because I didn't want to, it was because there was so much in me that had caused so much of this that I had to take it day by day, and as the Lord showed me, revealed Himself to me, revealed things that have happened that had to come to the surface so that I could work these things out, my healing began to progress. What is ideal for any human being who needs healing is for someone to come alongside and do this with them. And above all, their covenant partner. And so my husband, who at the time was overweight and high blood pressure, extremely high blood pressure and extremely high cholesterol, and gout and sleep apnea. Had a passion for food, passion for grilling. Everything was about food. And he started doing all this with me. And long story short, I don't want to take away his testimony, but today he has none of those diseases anymore, and he's doing phenomenally well. And he basically, after being denied life insurance, was told he had one foot in the grave when we first started coming here. And had it not been for us coming here and him doing this with me, he either would have had a stroke, a heart attack, or would have died. And now I'm very thankful. Very thankful to God for leading us here, and Dr. Nemec and Lori for all that they have done. And how they put everything into this, and how much it has blessed me and my husband. And now my life, years later, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm water skiing again, I am working out in the gym, I'm getting stronger, I am doing yard work, cleaning my house. I couldn't do anything. Almost 3 years, I couldn't make a bed, I couldn't load the dishwasher, I couldn't vacuum my house, I couldn't water ski. I couldn't do anything in the gym. I was so sick. I was in so much pain. And I was so weak that I cry, because now it's still a miracle to me. And now I rejoice. I clean my house and I'm just filled with joy. And I water ski and I'm filled with joy. And everything I do, just walking, I'm filled with joy. And I have a brand new body, and a renewed spirit, renewed mind, and a love for life, a love for truth, like I've never had before, like I never knew before. And so much so that it overwhelms me. But I would highly, highly, highly recommend this to everyone, even before you're sick, even before you're diagnosed. I would encourage anyone and everyone that sees this website, hears these testimonies, to come in before it's too late, so that you don't get diagnosed with these things. But for those that are diagnosed, I strongly recommend and encourage everyone to come here and do all, 100%, all, so that we can find life and live life to the full. And that's what I have now, my husband, and we're so blessed by it. And we thank you, Dr. Nemec. We thank you, Lori, for everything you've done. We are very, very grateful, and would not be where we are today if it hadn't been for you both. Thank you.